I'm Kerry Osborne, Signal Sports Editor, and I'm here with two-time AT&T Champions Classic winner Tom Purtzer. How you doing, Tom?
Good. How you doing?
Good. First and foremost, can you kind of take me back to last year and the playoff and the thrill of winning last year?
Well, I had bogeyed 17, so I didn't think that I was going to get a chance to win, but ended up birdieing 18, and then and then I was just kind of waiting to see what Lauren was going to do, and I don't remember if he made par or birdie. I don't remember, but anyway, we ended up playoff, and we kept playing 18 because they had tried playing down. They used to go 18 and then 10, but nobody was down at the end of 10. So we just kept playing 18. Obviously we didn't think it was going to take whatever it was, 4 or 5 holes or whatever it was to do that. So we just kept playing 18. I hit a couple pretty good drives, thinking that I could get home a couple times, and just came up a little bit short. And I'd hit a bad pitch, or pitch that didn't do exactly what I thought it was going to do, and but I ended up putting like Lauren on the last hole, and he ended up putting like me on the last hole, which was kind of nice for me anyway. But I made a couple really good putts. I made about I don't remember, a regulation. It must have been maybe 12 feet, 15 feet for a birdie. And then I made
and you pumped your fist after that, I think.
Oh, yeah, I was because when you birdie the last hole, actually of any tournament, whether you're finishing 20th or 40th, it's always a good feeling. I mean, that's the kind of the way you want to leave the golf course or the tournament. And so I was pretty pumped, and thinking that now Lauren's got to make birdie on the. I think he did. I think he made a par on the last hole. But then I knew that he had to make a birdie to win, and he ended up making a par. So we played off, and all I can remember was Dave Stockton had given me a couple putting tips on Thursday, actually, and so I just kept replaying those in my mind on all these putts that were pretty crucial. I made one putt that was, probably 15 feet for a par. I didn't quite get my pitch up to just over the crest, and I didn't. In my next putt, I thought it was going to be kind of quick once it got over the ridge, and it wasn't. And so anyway, it ended up making a pretty long putt for a par. I think it was the third time we played the hole, and then I made a pretty long putt for a birdie. I think it was probably 15 feet, something like that, for the birdie the last time we played. But it was funny because I kept putting the same putt. I was dead on line with the pin. And so I knew pretty much what it was going to do. It's just a matter of trying to hit it at that spot.
Well, you've told me before in the past that putting is not the strong part of your game either, but what happened there?
Well, I'm not really sure. It hasn't, and I don't know why. I think I just, I don't have a lot of confidence when I putt, and obviously everybody knows that it takes a lot of confidence to be a good putter, and so I pretty much feel like if I would have been a better putter throughout my career, I would have won a lot more tournaments. It just I just, for some reason, it just didn't click. But you would never know it on the 18th hole there. Those 4 or 5 times we played it.
You mentioned the word confidence. When you step out here at Valencia Country Club, especially this year, do you have, is your chest kind of out a little more? I mean, are you a little more confident?
It's a weird deal because I really haven't been hitting the ball. Like last year was my best year from start to finish ever, as far as ball hitting. I don't ever remember hitting the ball as good as I did last year for the whole year. I'd have stretches where I'd go 5, 6, 7 weeks hitting it pretty good, and then have a kind of a little lull. But I felt like last year I pretty much hit it pretty good the whole year, which was kind of nice. But this year, I shot 62 the first round I played for the year, and then the wind came up. It blew for 3 straight weeks, and it kind of I lost whatever momentum I had. Growing up in Arizona, we didn't play a whole lot in the wind, so I've had to figure out ways to play in the wind out here. Of course, after 30 years, you probably should figure out a way to play in it, but it always kind of causes me a few problems, and so I just haven't hit it as good this year as I have in the past. But I came out and hit some balls yesterday, and you kind of do get that feeling. You kind of do get that feeling that, hey, I really, really, really like this golf course. And I've always said it, when you come to a golf course that you like, it doesn't matter how you played the week before or the 2 weeks before, whatever. You come in there and the confidence comes back. And so hopefully that's going to happen this week.
Can you kind of talk about the Champions Tour experience, what people get, and kind of the difference between the Champions Tour and the PGA Tour as far as, they mention the word a lot, fan friendliness, and you're obviously one of the nice guys on the tour. I mean, everybody's a nice guy, but can you kind of go into that?
Well, I think, when you're on the other tour, you're trying to move yourself up the ladder, so to speak. You're trying to get recognition. You're trying to get the other players to respect you. There's a lot of things that go into playing on the regular tour, and this tour, whatever you've done in the past is great. Nobody's trying. I don't think you're going to make a name for yourself playing on the Champions Tour. I think that when you get out here, you're going to. It's much more relaxed. Guys have a lot more fun out here. I think there's a lot of pressure on the regular tour, and I don't think there's as much camaraderie on that tour as our tour. And like you said, fan friendly. They're actually trying to take a few of the things that we do here over to the other tour. So, I think the bottom line is guys realize that this is a second chance. It's a great product. It's a great product for the sponsors. We play 2 Pro-Am days, so we get to spend a lot of time with their customers, their clients, their executives. So it's a great way for the sponsors to kind of showcase their product, their service, whatever it is, and in a good way. I mean, they've got, when they bring people in, they've got them for 2 or 3 days, or even more if they stay and watch a tournament. A lot of times they stay and watch a tournament, so they can do a lot of business in a few days. And but I think bottom line is that we're a more relaxed group. Everybody, Fuzzy's out here, Peter Jacobson. And it's a, it's a show, and it's not so much. It's very competitive, but it's also an entertaining type of a product.
Tom, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
You bet, Gary. My pleasure.